We're going to get started, and I invite you to come onto your backs. Just make yourself comfortable. So, if that means having your legs extended out, if that means bending your knees, just find whatever works for you. And just start with a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it out, releasing into the ground. And then start to become aware of your breathing. And then let's deepen the breath. Breathing into the belly, into the ribs, into the chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Breath is like a wave coming into the sand and receding back out into the ocean. See if you can feel that kind of rolling movement. Okay, and now without changing the breath, bend your knees and then just bring the knees in a little bit. We're going to bring our attention to the low back. So pull the knees in a bit and feeling into the low back. Notice how bringing the knees in really helps connect the low back to the ground. And then staying connected to the feeling of the low back in relation to the ground, just move the knees a little bit further away and see if you can feel how the natural arch in the lower back starts to happen when you move the knees away a little bit. So now move the knees in again. Feel that rounding the back and pressing the lower back into the ground. Release your hands to the ground. Lift your feet to the height of the knees. So the knees are straight up from the hips, the ankles straight out from the knees. And now we're going to lower one foot at a time, and we're going to really work on not arching the back. So we're going to use all of our abdominal strength to push the back flat into the ground so we keep that connection in the lower back, even as we lower the leg. So one foot at a time. And when we lower the foot, we're actually just lowering the leg. So we're keeping that right angle bend in the knee. and then coming back up and then changing legs. So we're not bending the knee any more or any less as we lower. We're pushing the back flat into the ground. And see how you might be able to use your breath to support this. Like for me, it makes sense that when I inhale, I'm inflating, and that would naturally help press the back into the ground more. So I inhale as I lower my foot, but it might work differently in your body. So just see what feels right and helpful to you. Let's do one more on each side. Welcome. And then we're going to do both legs at once. If that's too hard for you, then stay with the single legs. So knees at a right angle, pressing lower back into the ground, and try to keep the lower back pressed into the ground as you lower the feet down without bending the knees any more than they were. So the starting position is the knees over the hips, not in more, not out more, just straight. And then pressing the back into the ground so that it doesn't arch even as we move the legs away from us. Two more. Heels are touching down, coming back up. Okay, pull the knees into the chest. Just let everything relax, knees to chest. Okay. We're going to take the legs out to the side, flex the feet, extend out through the heels like you're trying to lengthen the backs of your legs, pressing the heels long. Taking some breaths here. Okay, and if you're using your hands, release your hands. We're going to helicopter the legs. So we're going to make big circles around with the legs in either direction to begin, because we're going to do both. So legs are up, down, out. Move with your breath. Slower is harder. The next time you come up, reverse the direction of the circles. Hug the knees in, relax, breathe deep. Notice how hugging the knees in affects your breath. Okay. Then we'll do one more for the abs. We'll try to work those obliques and the waist. So I'm going to come back to the starting position we had before, lifting the feet with the knees bent. Okay. Now, if your neck hurts, you can take turn supporting your heads with your hands. Otherwise, bring your both arms forward past your thighs. Curl your head up into a little crunch. Tuck your chin into your chest. Arms are reaching past your thighs. And then we're just going to reach right arm, going sideways, left arm, sideways, reaching, reaching. Now, if you want to work harder, straighten the opposite leg. So if you're reaching right, straighten left. If you want to work harder, straighten both legs. So you can inhale and straighten, and then exhale, bring them in and crunch to one side. Inhale, straighten, exhale, bring them in and crunch to the other side. See which works for you. Okay, let's rest the head, pull the knees to the chest, roll the head from side to side. Let's keep the head rolled to the right. Take the left hand to the left ankle, bring the right foot down. Both feet are down, but the left hand is around the left ankle. And then just inch the left foot away from the body as much as you can while you're holding on with your hand. Head is to the right. And bring your head center. Take the right hand to the right ankle. Bring your head to the left. And then inch your right foot away from the buttock, holding on with the hand. Bring your head center, lift both feet off the ground and hold on to both ankles. Lift your head and begin to rock yourself up, holding on to your ankles or wherever you can reach. And then suspend on your sit bones. Staying balanced on your sit bones, holding on to your ankles or your wherever you can reach on your legs. Good. And then straighten your legs, flexing your feet. Pull your shoulders down. Lift your chest up. And then if you want to work harder, release your hands. Okay. And then lower the legs down. Let the hands rest on either side of you on the ground. Big toes are touching, heels are a little bit apart so that the outer edges of the feet are parallel to each other. Flex the feet actively. If you pull your toes in and it feels like that's wanting to bend your knees, counter that by pushing your thighs firmly down into the ground. Then your hands can stay here beside you. Think about lifting tall through the spine, or if you want, the arms can come up, shoulders down the back. As you inhale, think about lifting and lengthening through your spine. Okay, we'll take it into a twist. Start with the right arm straight out to the side. Bring the left hand to either the outer edge of your right foot. If you can't reach that, but you can reach your big toe, grab that. If you can't reach that, just grab anywhere onto the outside of your right leg that you can reach, unless, of course, you have a strap, then you can wrap that around your foot. We're going to lift that right leg into the air, holding onto it with the left hand. Inhale, tall through the spine. Exhale, open that right arm behind you. Now, in addition to the twist, we also want to work the outside of the hip and that IT band. So we're going to aim that right leg all the way over to the left. Take the gaze to the right. As you inhale, get taller through the spine. Exhale, let the ribs rotate a little bit more to the right. Okay, bring the hand back, bring the head back, and let's bring that ankle onto the thigh. Start with the hands behind you, pushing away from you with the hands, almost like you're trying to do a cow pose with your spine, like arching, bringing your back forward and your chest up and your shoulders back. Maybe you can bring that left knee closer to you. Okay. Now turn the palms the other way onto the ground so that the fingers are pointing toward the feet. Spread the fingers wide. Push into the hand and lift the hips, keeping the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Try to get your hips as high as your left knee. Maybe drop your head back. Maybe roll your shoulders back. Tailbone pressing up. Right knee pressing down. Okay. And release. Straighten the left leg. Straighten the right leg. Let's come back to our seated staff pose. Arms up, legs flexed, spine tall. And then we'll open that left arm out to the side. Reach the right arm across for the left foot, toe, shin, wherever you reach. Then lift the leg and send that left arm back behind you. Inhale, taller. Exhale, turn the leg to the right and the ribs to the left. Gazing back at your left thumb. Every inhale, growing taller. Every exhale, squeezing all the air out, all the tension out. Okay, come back around, placing that left ankle above the right knee as we bend that right knee and bring the hands to the ground. And then we push back with the hands, sending the spine forward, the chest out, flexing the left foot. Maybe the right knee can come in a little closer. Maybe the breath can come in a little deeper. And then we'll change the direction of the hands so that the fingers are pointing forward. Elbows move back and in toward each other. And then press into the hand and that right foot, lifting the hips. Try to get them as high as that right knee. Maybe send your head back. Upward facing table with 3 legs. Press the left knee down. Find the fullness of your breath. And release down. Release the foot. Cross the ankles. Flip over your ankles. We'll have the hands in front of the shoulders, shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide. Curl the toes under and take downward facing dog. Let's pedal the feet and bend opposite knees. Stretch out the calves. Apply forward pressure with the fingers. And then press both heels down. Roll the shoulders down the back. Roll the elbows down to the floor, widening across the shoulders and upper back. Let your chest dip down, but pull your ribs in. Drop your head. Press into your fingers. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Press the heels down as you exhale. And take the left leg up, but don't change the orientation of your hips. So we're not stacking the hips and rolling the belly to the side. The belly is still pointing down. We're just going to lift the left leg as high as it will go without lifting the hip. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, step that left foot up between your hands. Lift yourself up. We're gonna keep the back heel off the floor. Deep bend in the front knee. So the back foot should be facing forward, not angled. Left hand is gonna come onto the left thigh. We're gonna push that right thigh back as much as we can. Really press back through the heel. Send the right arm up. And then we're gonna take that right arm over to the left. Keep pressing back through the right foot. Keep breathing deep. Nice deep side bend. Straight right leg. And then inhale up. Bring the back heel down and take it right into warrior two. So the belly is going to roll to the right. Let's take that left hand and press it inside the left knee. Get as deep a bend in that left knee as you can. Make sure you can see the first two toes of your left foot on the inside of your knee. And then hold on to that knee open and then roll your belly to the right even more. Maybe even taking your gaze to the right to help roll. Now keep your right arm, your belly just as they are. Take your head to the left and take your left arm up. There's your warrior two. We're going to come into a variation of reverse warrior. Take the left arm up, bend the elbow, reach the right hand behind your back, walk your hand up your back, and if you can link the fingers of your left hand with your right hand, go ahead. If you have a strap or a towel, that's helpful. And then we're going to lean it back. Really ground through that back foot, and then push through your front foot. Find the breath. Okay, release the hands. We're going to bend forward, bringing the hands to the ground, dropping the head into a humble warrior. And then walk the hands around so that one is on either side of that front foot. We're going to kick off of the back foot, take the left hand to 10 o'clock of the left foot, and then we're going to roll that right hip up, roll the belly to the right, send the right arm up. Now you can stay here. If you want to challenge yourself more, take the left hand off the ground. Okay, and then bring both hands to the ground. Send the right foot back. We're going to send the left foot back, but keep it in the air, coming into a three-legged plank. Okay, and then lower either to the ground or in chaturanga. hovering above the ground, and then either upward dog or downward dog, and then back into downward dog. Okay, pushing forward through the hands, down through the heels. We'll lift the right leg up without lifting that hip. Let the heel float up. Find your breath. On your next inhale, look forward. On your exhale, step that right foot up between the hands. Keep the back heel off the ground and come up into a crescent stance. Back heel off the ground. Right hand on the right thigh, pressing down. Left arm lifted up. And then take it to the right. Notice where your gaze needs to be to support your balance. Left leg is straight, pushing back through the heel. Breathe into the side body. Okay, let's take it. The back heel down, back arm behind you. The right hand is gonna press that right knee out so that you see the first two toes of your right foot on the inside. And then we're gonna turn the head to the left, let the belly follow, rotate the body, and then keep that rotation. Lift the right arm and turn your head back to the right, looking past your right middle finger. Shoulders relax down, hips sink down. Looks good, you guys. So Ming, you don't want to be leaning forward. I can't tell because you're mostly cut off by the camera, but it looks to me like your torso is more toward your right knee than in the center. You want your torso to be straight up and down in Warrior Two. So a good way to tell if you can't see yourself in your camera is there as much weight in your back foot as in your right foot? If there's more weight in your right foot, it's because you're leaning that way. So just adjust. Okay. Beautiful. Now we're going to do that reverse warrior. So grab a strap or a towel if you need that. Right arm bends. Left arm comes behind and walks up your back. Now, if you're using a towel or a strap, don't be complacent. Walk your hand up the towel or strap. Get as close to that other hand as you can, and then lean it back. So feel the weight in your left foot, and then push into your right foot to get a little further back. And then release and bend down to the inside of that right leg. A little forward bend just to counter that backward bend. Let your head completely go. Then we'll take one hand on either side of the front foot. You're going to kick that back foot into the air and bring the right hand to about 2 o'clock of the right foot. Then we're going to roll the ribs up and to the left Tuck the right hip under us. Activate that straight leg, the left leg. And then if you want, you can take that right hand off the ground. Let's bring both hands down. Send the left foot back with the toes curled under. This time the right foot is going to come back and stay in the air, coming into a three-legged plank. And then again, either lower to your belly or hover above the ground. Take upward dog or downward dog or cobra. And then let's come into child's pose. Just resting. Feeling the body breathing. Okay. Hands under the shoulders if they're not already there. Lift your head off the ground slowly. Curl your toes under and plant your heels. And roll yourself up. Okay. Now we're gonna inhale the arms up into a little bit of a backward bend. So you're lifting your chest. Your head is going behind your heart. And then we're exhaling and we're folding. Now we're gonna do this with the breath, but you can speed up the breath and make this a rapid movement or make it a slow movement, up to you. So it can be like this with a breath that's almost a breath of fire, really rapid breath. Or as I said, you can maintain a slow breath. And one more. And then release the arms down. Just stand for a moment. If your breath was fast, encourage it to slow down. And then step the feet together. Bend the knees and bring the hands onto the knees. Circle the knees around in one direction. And the other way. Okay. And then come center, keep the knees bent. And lift the arms. Bending in the knees, like you're sitting in a chair behind you. Weight is more in the heels than in the toes. Shoulders are down. Now, remember what we did in the beginning of class, how we wanted to kind of flatten the back. So in this posture, it's common to do this and get that arch in the back, and we want to reverse that. So we want to take the tailbone and bring it under us so that we flatten the low back. Okay, now lift your heels and come onto your toes. See if you can get lower. Release your arms down. Come up to standing. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, lifting your chest like you're coming into a cow pose. Exhale, release down. Let your head drop, your back round. Let's do that again. Inhale, hands to shins. Lift your heart, pull your shoulders back, lift your gaze. Exhale, round. And one more time. And then we'll stay in that folded forward bend. And then bend your left knee and pull your right hip all the way back. Bend your right knee and pull your left hip all the way back. Yeah. Bend both of your knees and plant your hands on the ground. And then with the weight in the hands, we're going to step the feet out wide. Okay. Great. Now bring the hands to the hips. Flatten the back. Now, option one, arms come behind you. A little bit harder. Option two, arms come out to the side. Option three, arms come straight out in front. And release the hands down. It's okay to bend the knees if you need to. And then bring the heels in, bring the toes in, bring the heels in one more time, and drop the buttocks down. Now you can either stay here and just work on opening the inner thighs, bringing the heels to the ground. If the heels don't come to the ground, then maybe the feet need to be wider, or you can practice balancing on your hands, placing the hands on the ground, shoulder width apart. The elbows bend in line with the wrists and the shoulders. The hips lift off the ground. The hips lift into the air. The backs of the legs are resting on the backs of the arms. And you keep aiming your body forward until you can take your feet off the ground. Palms are flat on the floor. moving your head toward the computer. Nice. If you can touch your big toes, touch your big toes. And then let's come down. Let's just stay in a squat for a moment, bringing the backs of the hands together, stretching out the wrists. So feet are wide enough so that you can have your feet on the ground in theory. Beautiful. And then release your hands to help you lower down onto the ground. And then we'll have the heels out in front of us. Pull the flesh of the buttocks back behind the sit bones. Flex the feet and create a square with your legs. So the heels are far enough away from you that the knees are bent at right angles. And that's why you have a square and not a diamond. Great. And the feet are flexed. So the toes are out and the heels are touching. Yep. And let's inhale up and exhale over the right shin. Press the right hand into the ground and use that as leverage to sink your left buttock into the ground. And then reach out long through your left hand. Nice long breath. And inhale up. Exhale, other side. Laying your body kind of over your left knee or so. Left hand pushes the right hip back. The right arm reaches out. And the breath fills into that space between the ribs and the hip. And then on an inhale, come up. And then lift the knees. Feet on the ground. Tuck the chin. And lower yourself slowly with control. Once the head comes down, the arms will come to either side of your torso, and we'll bring the feet in, hip width apart. Press down into the arms, press down and forward into the feet, lift the hips, lift the spine, and then roll the shoulders under you. If you're able to clasp your hands, clasp your hands. If you're clasping your hands, you might find it helpful to pull them apart. If you can't clasp your hands, just push into the backs of your arms. And let's try to get the back ribs to lift away from the ground. Get the hips to lift away from the ground. Aim the tailbone for the backs of the knees. And then release hands, lay your spine down slowly, come into a happy baby, lifting the feet, taking the hands around the feet or the big toes. You can be still in happy baby, you can rock, see what feels good to you. Whatever you're doing, pull your chin in toward your throat and let the weight of your hands be heavy on your feet. Drop the backs of the shoulders toward the floor and spread your breath wide into your pelvis. Okay. And then release the feet to the ground. Lift your hips to tuck your tailbone. Come right back down. Release your legs. Shake them out. If you have an eye pillow, place it on your eyes. And then we're going to inhale and squeeze the toes, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the belly, squeeze the hands, squeeze the arms, squeeze the shoulders, squeeze the whole front of your body, the whole back of your body, squeeze your face, squeeze your eyes, holding your breath, get tighter, tighter, tighter. Everything tightens. Exhale, let it go. And really start to feel the continuation of the letting go. See if your hands can relax even more. The bottoms of your feet unraveling. The muscles in the face softening. The jaw relaxed. And then the breath is relaxed. Bringing your attention to the feel of your breath. Notice the habit of wanting to control your breath. See if you can let that go. We're letting go of everything. Thoughts, muscles, effort. So as you bring your mind more and more into the feel of the breath, let that replace any thoughts or images. Deeply relaxed, letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug knees to chest. Rock gently from side to side. Come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll to your side. Rest your head on your arm. Rest your body on the ground. Rest in the goodness that's here. Your goodness. We don't create it by practicing, we just reveal what's already there. Letting go of the stuff that covers over it. When you're ready, come up slowly to sitting. Sitting any way that you're comfortable. Sinking into the sit bones, lifting through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, lift your heart up to your hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.